Salve, salve, raça! Eu sou o Eduardo e agora a gente está aqui na Lousiana, aqui na cidade de Downsville. Nunca vi tantos cães reunidos. Eu tô falando de uma raça chamada Catahoula Leopard Dog. É uma mistura de Bloodhound, Greyhounds e Mastiffs e eles são utilizados para caça.
The objective is to hold the hog at bay and keep it 100% concentration. So essentially, never take your eyes off the hog. If the hog moves, stop it. If he's sitting still, don't try to start a fight. Let him sit there and bark at it. You got to bark at least once every 5 seconds.
É um evento de hunting, é um evento de caça, então eles têm ali uma competição que vale muita grana. Para quem gosta de cães funcionais, cães de caça, que tá afim de ver os cães em ação ali junto com o javali, esse é o evento, galera, beleza? Pessoal, vou fazer uma entrevista agora com o Randy, que é o dono do GOOSE, e eu vim nesse evento justamente para ver esse cão. Eu já sigo o Randy já há um bom tempo e hoje eu tô tendo a honra aqui. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
friend.
you. Yes,
nice
sir.
to meet you. Man, explain me better what this kind of event.
Man, hog band started like a bunch of guys were hunting in the woods, and basically it was one guy saying I had better dogs than you. You know, like the kind of you know, just banner that people get. My dog's better than your dog. Well, let's show it. The next thing you know, they built this bigger arena, like a rodeo arena, and they started catching. They were catching wild hogs, turn them loose. You turn your dog loose, and whoever bays the hog the best is considered the best dog, or puts on the best bay, which means they have to maintain control and concentration.
GOOSE compete today?
Not today. He competes tomorrow in the One Dog Pro event. Today's events were mainly puppy and novice events. So usually your younger puppies and then the novice dogs, the dogs with a little less experience. So far, he's won the last 2 in a row.
Could you show me the history about the GOOSE?
Yeah, this is the history from Uncle Earl's. Started back in 1995 is the first year. So it's been over 28, almost 30 years now. We've been running events for dogs. Okay. If you look through the list of dogs' names, there's some great dogs on here from back in the past. But when you get to 2019, GOOSE has won this 5 consecutive years. No dog in history's ever done more than 2.
This event only Catahoula Leopard dog can compete?
No, man, it's open to any dog. Any dog you want to bring here can compete and run in these events. That's why, like I said, we got people from Florida and California here today competing at this trial. It's the largest series in hog band. It's been the largest. This weekend actually marks the 10-year anniversary of hogband.com. In order to run an event like this for 10 consecutive years, nobody else has ever done it. The guy that puts on this show.
What kind of dog?
The other dog, I mean, we have Belgian Malinois here. No pit bulls here because they're a little too rough. So the object is to bay the hog without breaking the bay. You can't catch the hog. You're not supposed to catch the hog. What happens if you catch, you're disqualified. You got a 0. It's entertainment. This is what it's not just our entertainment. It shows what a dog's supposed to do. Now after the time's up, you know, that's a different story. But in the run, while we're in the run, this is ideal to what you want a bay dog to do. The best dogs in there will also be successful in the wild, in hunting in the wild. There's other events that's held in other places, but you're not gonna win the type of money you win here. The best bay dogs in the world are gonna be here. If you had a dog that can win $100,000, you'd have him here.
What do you know about Brazilians, guys? The bull rider?
Jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, show his ears.
Oh yeah, got the cauliflower here. So I'm a purple belt in Brazilian
Purple
Jiu-Jitsu under Hoist Gracie's.
Hoist Gracies.
Hoist Gracie's is who promotes my school.
Okay.
Jason Ebar, Brando Ebar, Pat Hardy from America was the first American black belt under Hoist Gracie, and he's my jiu-jitsu coach, one of my great friends, Pat Hardy.
Nice.
I love jiu-jitsu, man. It's a
easy to get shape, man.
and it's easy to get back in shape when you do jiu-jitsu. The only bad thing about it is our school's full of killers.
Could you talk something about this breed, man? Because in Brazil, this breed is not common. Nobody knows about the Catahoula Leopard dog.
Man, Catahoula's, it's actually the state dog of Louisiana. I purchased dogs that was out of the Otis Weems line of dogs. Otis Weems was a man that dominated the sport back in the early 90s. He always had the best dogs. Goose's grandpa was Curly, that came from Otis Weems. He was a multi-time best of the best winner. Goose's grandmother was a dog named BB that Otis owned, sold to John Harrison. John Harrison won Uncle Earl's multiple times with BB. For 25 to 30 years, we've been breeding these dogs a certain way. There's no secret in our breeding. It's the Louisiana Catahoula, it dominates the sport of hog baiting.
This is my curiosity. This dog was born already? Do you need to practical?
Like a lot of people want to call themselves a dog trainer, and they say that I did this, I trained this dog to do this. I exposed the dog correctly. It's kind of like buck and bull. So in order to have a successful buck and bull, you put a robot on them, the bull bucks and they buck them off. And it builds the confidence in the bull. You put the dog in a position where he can win when he's young, and then as he gets older, you can't control the situation anymore because you're in competition. So you may bay a bad hog or whatever, but at a young age, all I did was I exposed him correctly. I didn't get him beat up and I didn't get him hurt and I didn't overwork him when he was young. And by the time he was 10 months old, this dog has been the #1 dog in the world.
But always with hug or a little pig or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, you typically want a bigger hog that's strong enough to keep him from catching, because you don't want to start the bad habit of catching, but you don't want the hog to hurt him. So usually you start with a hog that you're familiar with, something that's been bayed on a couple of times, something you can predict how the animal's going to behave.
Could you talk more about the big teeth?
Like the teeth on the hog?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2013, we were faced with a decision where we had to do something to ensure the safety of the dogs. Now we dull the teeth down on the hogs. The hogs still have their teeth. Don't get me wrong, they're still able to protect themselves,
nice.
But they don't have razor blades to hurt dogs. If you've been up here and watched, you probably haven't seen a single dog injured. Anybody that's watched, you can tell that animals aren't getting hurt here.
Nice. I come to see Goose. Could show me?
There he is. Come on, Bubba.
Yeah. Hey, the famous guy.
Come on, Bubba.
E galera, campeão Goose.
Yeah, if you see his collar, check his collar out. You see? Goose.
Goose, nice,
Yeah.
nice. Olha a constituição física do dog. Todo musculoso. A gente percebe que o dog tá querendo ação.
He's 6 years old and you can see.
Yeah.
He's not all scarred up, you know.
Yeah.
He's still got a
Nice shape.
stays in shape. We swim him a lot. Keep him going.
You see Goose in action.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow, one dog event. Hopefully it'll kick off. He'll run his first run way before 12 o'clock, so should be fine.
Nice. Isso aí, galera. Tá aí, ó. Eu vim lá do Brasil, tá vendo esse dog aqui agora, que é o Goose. É isso aí. Man,
Hey, man, I'm
nice
glad
to meet you.
I'm glad to be here, man. I can't tell you how humbling it is that people come from Brazil for this.
For sure,
You know,
man. For
that's,
sure.
man, I don't know how to even explain
To
it.
me, is very important to get the opportunity for my people to know this breed, because in my country is not common.
Yeah.
And
you have a lot of hogs out there in your country?
for sure, a lot of. Hey, Andy, ask my people to follow you on Instagram and stuff like that.
Yeah, if you have an Instagram, it's world_champion_goose. If you type in world champion goose, you'll probably find a video somewhere on Instagram. He also has a Facebook account. It's just Goose. Look for the dog, man. You can see what he's colored like. He's the headline of everything I do, and the reason why I continue doing the sport. You know? If it wasn't for him, man, I don't know if it would be worth it to me anymore. He's made me fall in love, and I owe it to him to do this.
Very nice, man. Very nice. Andy, thank you so much.
Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all coming.
The party continues.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so
sir.
much. Valeu, galera. Tamo junto. How long time to?
I think I'm next. I got one more run and then it's me.
Okay.
He calls the top of the hill and Coons takes his home. It's rock and roll dirty.
The goose on the arena. Could you explain it better? What happened on the arena?
So that particular run probably lacked a little bit of the entertaining side. The hog, he was kind of, Goose kind of got his bluff right off the bat, and then didn't want to. He made him ideally that's exactly what you want, especially in competition, because the hog never moved. The dog kept him at bay. That is the object. It's a draw. It's kind of like rodeo. You don't know what bull you're going to get till you get there. And some bulls buck harder than others. Some hogs are harder to bay than others. That hog, he pretty much was cooperative with what Goose was doing. And Goose kept him right there in the same spot the whole entire time, which is right underneath your feet. So you should have got some pretty good, good camera footage, for that. I would have liked to seen a little bit more of a dance, but we got the perfect. So, we'll go to the next round, and the next round, you might get to see that entertainment.
How was the evaluation from the jury?
That was a perfect. And all three judges scored
10 points.
Yeah, that you start with a score of a 10. If you make one mistake, you get a 9.9. You make two, it's a 9.8, 3 a 9.7, so on and so forth.
Rapaziada, acabei de ganhar aqui mais 2 presentes do Rick Campbell e a esposa dele, Sarah Campbell. Eles também são competidores e ele estava me contando aqui que ele já ganhou vários troféus. E
wanted to take off the last 2 times, the last 2 events. So they travel. Everybody that wins them, everybody wins them. you bring it back and you compete again. We won it twice in a row. We tried for 3 times.
Nice, nice, nice. Could you tell me about your social media where my people can find you?
Ricky Campbell Jr. on Facebook.
Facebook, just on Facebook. Okay, no problem, man. Man, nice to meet you.
Y'all come back where you at.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you about this amazing hat.
Now, if you look me up, man, we can get y'all some shirts. My wife makes these shirts.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
She has a machine. She makes all kinds of designs. Weeks together getting more designs for the back. Putting them together, different dogs.
Nice. Congratulations, man. Nice to meet you.
I hope y'all come back.
Thank you.
And we appreciate everything y'all done. Come and visit us. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It was a pleasure meeting y'all. Hog baying, man. Tell everybody what you thought about it.
Hey everybody, I'm very happy to be here and thank you so much. I will be back next year. Thank you.
That man is also a black belt in jiu-jitsu under one of the best practitioners and teachers in the world, so you know it's the real deal.
We appreciate it from the bottom of our heart, man. Y'all have a safe trip back. We hope to see you next year. Thank y'all. Let's give it up for Brazil, baby. Come on now.
Então é isso, pessoal. A gente vai finalizar então essa matéria. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Pedindo para todo mundo que ainda não é inscrito no nosso canal, por favor, se inscrevam, ative o sininho para receber as notificações, compartilhem esse vídeo, deixem lá embaixo seus comentários e, por favor, não esqueça de deixar o seu like. Estou aqui ladeando Randy, meu amigo Randy, e eu vou dar alguns presentes para ele do nosso canil, como já de costume, sempre dou um presente para os entrevistados. Hey man, this is a special gift for you. This is the shirt of my Kennel of the carnivore stand, and this is a special red. I hope it brings you more and more luck on your hazards. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it so much.
I got you something too.
Oh, nice.
Four-time world champion. Goose. Hopefully next year you come back, you have another X on that hat. We'll have five world championships.
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah, that's what we're going for. And I also had a shirt. We do have one shirt, you know, on the back, and then on the front, the top gun. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Nice, nice, nice. And now to finish the command in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Detonate, got the moment to strike, I don't hesitate. I'm feeling like winning, they spitting the venom, but I got the power, I ain't afraid.